There is a story about a person who reached a wide, dangerous river. The current was fast, the water was deep, and the crossing seemed impossible. But he didn't give up. He spent days gathering branches, weaving grass, and lashing logs together until he had built a raft. That raft saved his life. It was the only thing standing between him and the pull of the deep. It carried him across the chaos and delivered him to the safety of the other shore. But once he reached a dry land, he had a thought. This raft saved me. I cannot be safe without it. So he hoisted the heavy, waterlogged timber onto his shoulders and began his journey through the forest. For kilometers, through beautiful meadows and open sunlight, he struggled. He was exhausted, he was miserable, not because the path was hard, but because he was still carrying the very thing that was meant to be left at the riverbank. He was a prisoner of his own gratitude, transforming a tool of survival into a structure of suffering. The moral of the story is simple. Don't let the thing that saved you in the past become the thing that exhausts you in the present. In our lives, the rafts aren't made of wood. They are survival mechanisms, habits built during the storms. The raft is that sharp edge of a personality developed to survive a toxic environment. It's the walls built after a heartbreak. It's the hyper-vigilance used to navigate a chaotic childhood. We hold on to them because once they were the only reason we didn't drown. Hyper-vigilance? A raft built from the fear of being blindsided. You expect the worst so you won't be surprised again. Perfectionism? A raft built to hide from the sting of judgment. You believe that if you are flawless, you are safe. Overanalyzing? A raft built to control the uncontrollable. You think that if you simulate every failure, you can change the outcome. The tragedy is that the storm is over. The ground is dry, but the mind remains in shipwreck mode. It tries to move toward the future while carrying the heavy, rotting weight of a past that is already gone. It isn't being prepared, it's just being burdened. This is the outgrowth. It's the moment the mind stops analyzing the river and starts feeling the weight of the wood. It's the transition from surviving the past to finally inhabiting the present. The shift from being a victim of history to an architect of freedom happens in 3 stages. Step 1. Inventory the ground. The first realization is that most of us aren't deep, we're just over-encumbered. We carry our rafts because we are terrified the river is right around the corner. But the outgrowth requires looking at the ground beneath the feet. Is the water still rising, or is this a forest? You have to distinguish between a tool and a weight. A tool is something picked up to solve a problem and then put back down. A weight is a behavior that has been carried so long, it's been forgotten how to release it. If a person is at a stable job but working as if they are about to be fired, their environment has changed, but their raft hasn't. One leads to growth, the other leads to burnout. Step 2. The cost analysis. Overthinking often masks itself as a safety net, but the outgrowth requires seeing it as a drain. Every ounce of energy spent gripping that waterlogged timber is energy that isn't being used to move forward through the trees. The question isn't why did I build this, but what is this safety costing me right now? The reality is, spending an evening overanalyzing a past conversation isn't fixing a relationship. It's trading present peace for a history lesson. It's paying for the past with the only currency that matters, the present moment. And step 3, the unclench. Delay is the fuel for the burden. The longer the hands stay clenched around the wood, the more the mind convinces itself that the hands are the wood. The unclench isn't a thought, it's a physical interruption. It's the deliberate choice to walk into the world without the armor. The mind will scream that being unprotected is dangerous, but the body needs to prove the river is gone. It requires an act of intentional vulnerability. If the raft is perfectionism, the unclench is releasing a project before the mind says it's safe. If the raft is hyper-vigilance, it's the decision to go an entire weekend without monitoring people or the metrics you usually use to feel in control. Relinquishing survival mode is the only way to prove to the nervous system that the shore has been reached. Peace comes from outgrowing the need for the question. It's the realization that no answer, no matter how perfect, changes the fact that you are standing in a forest right now in this present moment. You don't need to solve the mystery of the river to enjoy the trees. You just have to realize the water is behind you. The truth is, you aren't actually looking for an answer. You are looking for permission to stop asking. You are waiting for a sign that it's okay to be safe. The river saved who you used to be. The forest is waiting for who you are now. You just have to stop carrying the weight. Just let it go.